Hey y'all, welcome back to the party. It's me, your girl BrittReacts, and today we are reacting to Dolly Parton revealing why she wears wigs. Now she's out in the open. See what Auntie Dolly has to say.
With her platinum blonde, bouffant, and hourglass figure, Dolly Parton's look is as legendary as her music. But while her sound has remained consistent over the decades, her appearance has evolved. Her glamorous style and age-defying beauty have sparked rumors about plastic surgery for years. Though she's been surprisingly candid, details do remain shrouded in mystery. Join Facts First as we unravel the intricacies of Dolly Parton's transformative style journey.
That was intense. That was like a intense opening. Okay, so number one, I've never heard of the word bouffant. New word unlocked in my vocabulary. You might hear it a little bit more around the channel, especially in context to my Auntie Dolly here. Secondly, listen, I am team do whatever you need to do to make yourself feel good. You know what I mean? I've never had plastic surgery, but have I thought about it, honey? Probably more than I'd like to admit. And if my auntie, Sweet Dolly here, has any type of plastic surgery, that's the type of plastic surgery we all deserve to have. We all deserve to have that type of plastic surgery because it doesn't look bad. She looks incredible. Do you know what I mean? I hate that whole incredible for her age because you look how you feel. So if you feel good at 70, 72, 73, 74, 80, 83, 90, 100, then that's going to reflect outwardly. You know what I mean? And I feel like this woman still feels 25 on the inside because she walks, talks, moves, dresses, everything like nobody's business, like better than I see when I look at the videos of her like back in the day, in the beginning of her career. So, you know, if she has, good on her. If she hasn't, good on her is where I stand on this. But there is no Auntie Dolly slander allowed in this here room. Okay? All right. Tread lightly, sir.
Early life and natural hair.
No, look
Dolly
at
grew
her.
up poor in rural Tennessee as one of
What
12
a
children.
cutie.
Though life was challenging, her musical
little
gifts were
dimple.
apparent early on. She shared that she started coloring her naturally blonde hair as soon as she could afford peroxide, eager to go even blonder. In 1964, after finishing high school, she left her small hometown and headed to Nashville to pursue a career in music. According to Parton, she met future husband Carl Dean on that very first day in Nashville. Though new to the
Oh, what a hunk. Look, he's tall, dark, and handsome. My girl said, listen, as soon as I'm old enough, pass me the peroxide, please, and douse it on my hair. I feel like I was the same way in high school. Like I was super restricted on what I could do with my hair. And as soon as my mom like let up a little bit, I went crazy. Cut it, dyed it, fried it, dipped it. Like anything I could do, I did. And I subsequently ruined my hair, but I love this. Y'all know how I feel about a backstory. You know it. If you don't know it, you know it now. I love getting information and information about my family member here, my family tree, my family history with my Auntie Dolly. Duh. I mean, I'm in heaven. I'm so happy.
She met future husband Carl Dean on that very first day in Nashville.
Dang, the
Though
first
new to
day?
the city's vibrant music scene, Parton's powerful singing voice and songwriting talents quickly impressed industry insiders. Within a few years, her budding career gained momentum. By 1967, she was invited to perform on the Porter Wagoner show, replacing his longtime female vocalist Norma Jean. But her first televised
Not Auntie Dolly kicking Norma Jean to the curb. Dolly. Sorry, Norma. You know, what God has for you is for you.
Wagoner show, replacing his longtime female vocalist Norma Jean. But her first televised performance of Dumb Blonde was met with boos and a backlash from fans more accustomed to Norma Jean's style. Wagoner himself had to advocate for audiences to give Parton a fair chance, which they...
If you booed Auntie Dolly, if you were throwing tomato, if you were in protest, shame on you. Look at you now. The laugh's on you. And I bet you wouldn't even raise your hand and admit it was you, would you? How dare you? The mitigated gall. Auntie Dolly, I'm sorry that happened to you.
eventually did.
Now.
At the time, female country artists faced immense pressure to have a wholesome, demure look and sound. But Parton steadfastly refused to conform to these restrictive norms or tone down her glamorous, over-the-top aesthetic. Despite being advised early on to die.
Look at the waves. Look at the ba 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 boom. Baby girl said, I'm not plain Jane, not me. You can go over there if you're looking for her. And I'm standing on that. I look how I look. You like it or you don't. You take it or you leave it. But if you leave it, you're going to regret it. Look, I just get into the look. It's giving cowgirl Barbie. I mean, does she have missing ribs? Has her waist always just been this small and snatched? I'm jealous. It's just, wow.
Dial back her flamboyant look, Parton stayed true to her vision. She believed that if her songs were good enough, people would recognize her talents regardless of her appearance. With her bouffant wigs, curve-hugging outfits, and stilettos, Parton developed a bold, signature style all her own. But she also pushed boundaries in her honest, empowering songwriting, bringing women's...
The fact that this orange outfit where she is completely covered up, and let's be clear, she was completely covered up in that cowgirl outfit, were salacious and scandalous. You know what I mean? Look at what female artists wear today. Nothing. There's nothing left to the imagination. Nothing. Bellies, boob, butt, legs. I mean, it's all hanging out. And this was controversial because it wasn't like modest and like, I don't know, what should she have been wearing? A dress and an apron? Like, what do y'all want from her? This is... Someone make the math add up because it's not mathing for me right now in this moment. Anyway, I love the colors. It's super vibrant with the blonde hair is insane.
All her own. But she also pushed boundaries in her honest, empowering songwriting, bringing women's perspectives to country music.
Love it.
The inspiration behind the wigs. Dolly has been open about the origins of her signature over-the-top wigs, tracing their inspiration to a unique source, a local prostitute from her small hometown in Tennessee. According to her, when she was young, there was a woman in her town who worked as a prostitute and who Parton considered the most beautiful woman she'd ever seen. This woman, who Parton refers to as the Painted Lady, made a strong impression on her with her bold look. Parton explains that when she was developing her own iconic style, she actively modeled herself after this woman from her childhood. She wanted to create...
That's wild. That's wild. I wonder if she's like ever been able to find this toot, as Theo Vaughn calls him, which is actually really great for this channel because if I say the word, I might get in trouble. So how interesting to be inspired and have the vision of your look be inspired by a toot. You know, it just goes to show the innocence of children and how impressionable and impacted they are without the knowledge of like the world. Like Dolly saw this woman only as an inspiration, not as what she did for a living. And I think that's a valuable lesson. It's like, no matter what someone does and how you agree with it, like we're all humans and we're all living the same human experience, just trying to do our best. And I love that. I love that that is the story. And I love that Dolly was not afraid to tell it. I don't know why I'm just now hearing about it. She's my aunt. I'm going to have to circle back with my family and find out why no one told me. But, I love that she also shared that, just so, you know, it probably was empowering to a woman who maybe is in that position or in a position of a job that's taboo, if you will, to say, you know, there is still a way that you can inspire. There's still, you know, there are kids who look up to you. So even if you don't want them doing the job you do, you still go out and be a good person, still look good, still whatever. I love that. I think this just speaks to her soul. Like, this is very... I don't want to compare her to Jesus, but it reminds me of, you know, how Jesus dined with the worst of the worst. You know, he broke bread with sinners and, you know, toots and all these things and you know, love them. And so I think it speaks to her heart and her soul. Anyway, back to you.
a look that was flashy, glamorous, and eye-catching,
Gorgeous.
just like the town's prostitute
literally
was to
covered
her
up.
as a young girl. For some, it may come as a surprise that America's sweetheart Dolly based her appearance on a local prostitute. But this anecdote speaks volumes about her spirit of nonconformity. She's never been afraid to buck convention or create her own rules.
Buck convention? Like bucking on convention? Yeah, that's basically what I was saying. Like, she wasn't going to conform to societal norms and people telling her she can't, you know, be who she is. That's like, and I think that's how Jesus was. Like, he wasn't going to conform to the fact that people thought it was crazy that he was doing anything, or that he thought he was the Messiah, or yada, yada, yada. Like, he had a mission on this earth, and that was it. And I feel the same for her. Like, she knew who she wanted to be, who she was, and how she wanted to represent herself, and she never folded. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a life lesson.
Even if it shocks some. She says she saw beauty and artistry in this woman that others dismissed. While the prostitute was shunned by mainstream society, Parton could recognize the creativity and flair behind her presentation.
Wow,
above all, Parton has never let other people's notions of how a woman should look or behave define her. The town prostitute served as her muse because of her courage to transgress. The practical perks of wigs.
All right, that's the point
Dolly
of
has
view.
also spoken about the very practical benefits of wearing wigs. For her busy lifestyle and demanding career, she finds them incredibly convenient. She's explained that wigs allow her to change up her look quickly and easily. She can go from long flowing hair.
Listen, some of you have been very concerned about my hair journey here on this channel, leaving rather unnecessary comments, if you will. They're wigs, or they're some type of extension and or weave. Get over it, right? Like, I'm here with Auntie Dolly. Obviously, I'm following in her footsteps. And honestly, she may have been a part of a huge reason why nowadays so many women in the industry wear wigs, weaves, extensions, whatever. I don't know, you know, but it is a way to protect your own hair and still have fun with your look and not look the same every day. If you want to look the same every day, that's your business. For me and my household, we serve the Lord and the hair God, okay? Who is also the Lord. Yeah, I don't like to wear my hair the same way every day, and I don't like to apply a ton of heat and products to it every day. So what's the best way to change my look and not do damage? Just throw some weave on there. You know what I mean? This is really the most practical explanation. I'm not sure what I thought she was going to say. The title is very clickbaity and grabbing, but this is the most practical reason to wear a wig.
In that wigs allow her to change up her look quickly and easily. She can go from long flowing hair one day to a shorter, sassy style the next. Wigs give her endless options for reinventing her image while always keeping her hair camera ready. Even when she's not performing, she still wears wig-like hair pieces at home for convenience. She says she likes to keep her hair built up in a teased style as much as possible, though she wears her real hair in a simple ponytail around the house. But she still pops on makeup and wig pieces to maintain her glamour.
And I bet you her real hair is probably the healthiest, thickest, strongest follicles you'll ever see, because she doesn't do anything to it, I'm sure. You know what I mean? Like, she keeps it under the wig. Do y'all understand how healthy hair is when it is not manipulated often? Like, it's virgin hair. It's literally the best type of hair. So everybody back off if you have something to say, you know, and I'm not even going to hold you. It's always men that have something to say. And it's just like, why does it bother you? Why are y'all commenting on my hair and how much it changes? It's magic. Just appreciate the magic. Right, Auntie Dolly?
Dolly look. Parton has joked that one major perk of wigs is she never has a bad hair day. No matter what activities she engages in, from meet and greets to roller coasters, the wig always stays perfectly coiffed and in place. According to one talk show host's account, Parton even goes so far as to conceal her microphone battery pack inside a hidden wig compartment.
Genius.
This keeps her waist looking as slim as possible while performing. Dolly has given her
No, this lady is a freaking genius. You mean to tell me up underneath the wig is her mic, which is still very close to her head and her mouth, and it doesn't leave this big pack in the back of her very snatched silhouette? Genius.
This keeps her waist looking as slim as possible while performing. Dolly has given her fans a rare glimpse of what she looks like without her signature wigs and over-the-top style. Though she's renowned for her platinum blonde bouffant and glamorous outfits, Parton has natural shoulder-length hair that she sometimes puts in that simple.
That is not Dolly Parton. Who is that? That's not Dolly Parton. Who is that? Why would they put this picture here? Why would they do that? Moment of silence over.
Simple ponytail.
I'm so angry. I'm clicking the wrong buttons. Like, who is that?
Outfits, Parton has natural shoulder-length hair that she sometimes puts in that simple ponytail. But even au naturel, her warm smile and vivacious spirit shine through. While the wigs might seem like just another part of Parton's excessive persona, she has legitimate practical reasons for relying on them. They're not just flashy accessories, they're also creative tools and time-saving hacks. Her wigs as a feminist symbol. While Dolly has resisted labeling herself as a feminist, her over-the-top wigs have become symbols of empowerment for many women. Parton developed her look in an era when women in entertainment were expected to appear demure and wholesome. Her sky-high wigs, full glam makeup, and curve-accentuating outfits challenged those norms. Rather than conforming to how society said a Southern woman should present herself, Parton took ownership of her sexuality.
Let's be clear. The way she just hugged him was the most proper, you know what I mean, polite way. Like her bosom is poking out. I don't think it's exposed. Hold on, let's
glam makeup and curve accentuating outfits.
Like her cleavage is out there, but
those norms rather than conform.
It's not out here, and she still made sure to like put her whole chest behind him and like hug him with her armpit. You know what I mean? Like she didn't put her chest in his face. So like you can tell she's still a woman with value and upholds her moral compass. And that has nothing to do with what she wears. Let's be clear. Like, look at the most proper. This is a church hug if I've ever seen one.
Conforming to how society said a Southern woman should present herself, Parton took ownership of her sexuality and femininity. She crafted her image on her own terms, refusing to downplay her curves or larger-than-life charisma. According to those who have worked with Parton, she conducted herself as a consummate professional despite her exaggerated look. Her wardrobe did not stop her from competing in a male-dominated industry. Parton proved a woman could celebrate her feminine identity to the fullest while still commanding respect. She showed the world that glitz, glamour, and girl power could go hand in hand.
Girl power.
While some may have written her off early on due to her appearance, she chose to lean into the caricature. She took ownership of the dumb blonde stereotype and revealed the innate intelligence behind it.
I love that. Let's flip this script and let me just take ownership of the fact that you all think I'm a dumb blonde and take it straight to the bank. You know what I mean? I laughed at girl. I think he said girl power. You know, I girl power, girl boss, all these things kind of annoy me because it's just like, why can't I just be a boss? We don't say man boss or boy power. It's just power and it's just bossiness. You know what I mean? And in the realm of like self-empowerment, not I have power over you or I'm a boss over you. Just like, we don't title things male this, men this, boy this. Why do we have to put girl and woman in front of everything? Like, if you're gonna refer to me as a boss, just call me the boss that I am. Big boss B. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying?
Candid comments on cosmetic procedures. Dolly has never been shy about discussing the cosmetic procedures she's undergone to maintain her youthful appearance. She's been candid about getting breast implants, eyelid lifts, facelifts, injectable fillers, and other enhancements. She got her first breast augmentation in the late 70s and has lightly joked she wouldn't be dumb enough to deny having implants. She often kids that her famous bosom is real expensive and enhanced to be real big. While she has adjusted her breast size over the years, she says she ultimately settled on a size that's proportional for her petite frame.
No, it seriously is. Like, it's insane how whoever sculpted these literally gave her the Coke bottle frame. Like, it's wild. All right, so she's had some lifting and some tucking and some nipping, but she doesn't, like, it's not botched, honey. It's good. These are all very well done procedures, and I'm sure she paid the price. So again, do what you want, and as long as you feel good about it and you come out on the other side healthy and alive.
She's also upfront about regularly using injectable fillers like Botox to smooth wrinkles. With her trademark humor, she quips that if she gets one more facelift, she'll have a beard. She's revealed she always wakes up with full hair and makeup just in case she has to make an emergency middle-of-the-night hospital trip. Her self-deprecating jokes about plastic surgery stem from wanting to poke fun at herself before others can make wisecracks. Parton reasons that people already have preconceived notions about her appearance, so she'd rather crack the jokes first. She insists that while she may look artificial, her down-home warmth and humanity are completely authentic. Now in her 70s, she remains unapologetic about doing what it takes to maintain her looks. Now it's time to hear from you. Have your opinions on Dolly changed after watching this video? What stood out to you the most? Let us know in the comments section below.
I don't think she looks fake at all. Like, I think she looks really good. Can you tell that she's gotten some work done? Yeah, but again, it's a good job to me. You can sound off in the comments if you want. Like, this was so clickbaity, and I get it. As a content creator, you got to get the clicks, but the photo of her bald in the thumbnail, look at this, y'all. Look at what they did to my auntie in this photo. It's right down there. Like, what? Clever is what I'm gonna say. I think I've said all I needed to say on this matter. I am team Dolly Parton until the day I leave this planet. Don't at me, okay? Be who you are, wear what you want, and go and have the day you deserve. Peace.